servers or dedicated servers, and it would cost $840 a year.
840?
Yeah, for 3 64-player servers, dedicated machines.
That's not bad, really.
Oh yeah, I guess he's opening the discussion.
Oh, I guess there was an event. Alright.
Bravo 2, fire mission is coming online.
Oh, thanks, Ducky. You gave me
1 minute. Hold fast.
an achievement for goddamn Death Cop.
With what?
Sink an entire enemy fleet of 6 subs before they launch a nuke. Nuke Mexico, Sao Paulo, and Lima. Retire Kinshasa. And nuke a city with a population already reduced to 0.0 million. Alright.
Alright, Bravo 2, air support is online. You need to designate the enemy vehicle
Lose
manually.
500 pounds due to running out of fuel. That's me.
Use the binoculars to designate the target. This is 061 at 2 miles, Angels 4, hang tight, racks are loaded. Keep your eyes on the sky. Target's verified, splash is inbound. 3, 2, 1, flash.
Yeah, I'm gonna say there's a real problem with, you gotta play it the way it's scripted.
Positive on impact, that's a hit. Merry Christmas, Bravo 2.
Which is, of course, the most disappointing compared with Bad Company 1. Which, even though there was absolutely no challenge to it, was at least interesting in terms of design. And that it was big and open, you could just sort of, do what you want. As long as you get to the end. I'd say the only game that was as good or better than that would be Crisis 1.
Now, Crisis 1 is pretty on railsy.
Okay, that's the counterattack, I think.
Well, what I mean is, Crisis 1, the first half of the game anyway. It's like, here's a big map, you've got objectives, do them, and eventually
But it's all deception, because there's maybe 2, 3 ways you can attack each objective, if that.
Now, the section of the game where, when the Marines land or whatever, and you're dropped off in that kind of island area,
There's
sorry, it's kind of vague.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's that one
kind of
part where
vague.
it's incredible, but the rest of the game's more or less that.
There's
But it was still
that,
fantastic.
And when you, I'm clear! Oh, I'm thinking of Warhead, when you, attack the,
don't
docks.
think of Warhead.
Let's see, well, there's that one helo base that you gotta climb up a mountain or go across the bridge or something. I vaguely remember that. But there was like 2 choices with that. But everything else was...
Although you gotta give Warhead some credit in that the engine, even though it tried to make it a lot less open, and it did, the engine was open-ended enough that, you could do things
Well, Warheads had better set pieces than Crisis 1.
Yes, and of course the aliens were better, and it didn't have the horrible alien ship level, and the VTOL and all that. And basically, Warhead is like, if you replace the second half of Crisis with this, it would be one of the best games ever.
So, the dock level on Warhead was really good. The last mission on Warhead was really, really, really good.
Yeah, I'll say that.
Was that the train, or was that something else?
No, that was the assault in the airbase.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, that was fantastic.
One of the Warhead levels that was open, as Crisis 1 almost.
Over there!
And the train
airbase
thing
one was completely open. Here's the airbase, go nuts.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Crisis 1 it was really it was deception, it was really deceptive, but it's still on rails. The only thing I could think of where I kind of broke the game was I hijacked the Jeep, we go meet the scientist before it gets frozen. And I drove over a minefield and ramped it off a burr and walked close and jumped out. Everyone panicked and talked to the guy real quick.
That's really awesome.
I always used to do that thing where you take a boat out to the middle of the ocean and fight off sharks. And then sometimes you could get it so you'd jump off the boat really quick, swim to an island, and the sharks would start flying up onto the island and try to bite you and whatnot. So it was like D-Day, only with sharks. You had to fight them off with rockets and stuff. It was awesome.
That does sound awesome. But what I mean is, like, say even the train mission in Warhead, where most games it would be just like, you gotta stay on this gun, it's a gun mission. In Warhead, like, you can just like, oh, I don't need to stay on the gun. There's multiple guns I can get on, or not. I don't even need to get on any of them. And I can even get off the train entirely, and it doesn't matter. Like, I can get off, I can go drive around, walk around. The train's like, yeah, train will be okay. It's alright. And I think that's like a really good sign. And really good design.
Oh, that's some bullshit. This dude, like, back in the 60s, donated a shitload of property in LA to veterans so they could house the homeless. The VA turned it around and leased it out to fucking different companies and shit instead of housing veterans. It's fucking nice.
Never trust the VA.
That's pretty fucking scummy. Instead of building housing for homeless veterans, they put a public golf course, a baseball stadium, a theater, and a private school on the property instead.
Hey, maybe the old veterans with Alzheimer's can go to the school and play golf.
Oh yeah, at least I can steal this Humvee.
Visuals on the target, Victor Sarge!
Come on, secure the vehicle. Let's take it and get the hell out of here.
And all these silver paint plans, dude. They're so confusing.
You should link them in Mumble.
I'll just copy and paste what Headlock said.
You should just play on my server. It's gonna be pretty good, I think. Or not, who knows.
What server are you playing?
Mine is October Station in Chicago. 64 slots on that one site that everyone likes. NFO.
You know what? It'll be in my favorites, I'll tell you what.
Thanks, friend.
Now you have to give me admin. So.
Alright.
No, my Humvee. I don't want to leave my Humvee. I want to drive. I mean, my ATV.
There's a link on the left. Oh, I sent it to Left 4 Dead 2. Alright, never mind. Here is the thing.
This is Bravo 2! We have the target vehicle!
There's nothing there. There's no point, but whatever. It looks kind of neat.
Roger 2, just deliver the target.
Yeah, this is the new other. Oh wow, this guy's definitely a good designer. It's kind of cool. Oh, keyframe goes there.
Damn, there's a lot of vehicles on this road!
Yeah, I guess the OP of that thread is true. We can't have we can only hold 64 people in Wukok.
Although that's probably not even true anymore if they're doing 3 servers on one, so.
Well, they originally had it set up to be 128 and then DICE.
Like, would the server, like, die if you could get that many?
No, it runs fine. I've done, in Project Reality, I've done the 250 server without any trouble before. It's just DICE not wanting to balance maps for that.
Yeah, all they would have to do is like make a Caspian border, copy paste 2 times. Be like,
Yeah, can you imagine playing like a 128 player map with just 24 players like on consoles?
well, they wouldn't be able to go on the map because they're console Luddites.
The consoles are stuck with 24 players anyway.
Yeah, why would they even give them a Caspian border?
So the
64
entire
huge.
gist of this thing that Headlock's saying is there's no noticeable performance gain with having your own machine. In fact, there's actually no advantage other than paying more.
Oh, and you get the prestige of saying that you have your own dedicated server.
Yeah, but who gives a
What's that work?
I think Headlock should stress the mumble one. This is where the community is, pretty much. TBH.
We literally don't even play Agri 2 here most of the time. We just kind of hang out and make fun of Reddit.
Like, legitimately for like 2 months now.
Look what Mumble is more of a, we're kind of rejects from every other community, so we all get dumped over here.
Seriously?
Because we're not
Speak
a
for
bunch of tryhard
yourself.
faggots.
Yeah, I guess. I don't really see why I can't go with all the other mobile.
No, you can, it's just that seems to be like the general
Well,
consensus.
see,
No,
you
it's
go
just
to the
everybody
other
in here
mumbles
goes, hey,
if you want to
those other
try
mobile
hard.
suck.
Y'all still with me?
Because how dare you interrupt my tactical talk with random bullshit.
Here no one cares, so it just kind of gives it a more laid back feeling.
Also, Battlefield is appropriate for a combination of actual tactical talk and
Also, Bass Rap highly encouraged.
that too.
I don't know, I'm just here as a spy from PC Gaming.
Hope
You
you-
guys know how people are always making fun of Japan for being all incestuous. Well, it turns out that in Korea you can't legally marry someone who isn't at least your third cousin.
Well,
Fake, sir?
that's all I have to say about that.
Never going to Korea.
What exactly, sir?
They're building a weapon.
You can,
We know
in
about it so
theory,
far,
run
scares the
any
shit out
game
of
mode
us.
up to
Don't
64
scares us a
players.
lot.
Holy shit.
So we need more intel.
Watch
Yeah,
Some
because
game
64
modes,
player Rush
Squad
Metro is going to be
Rush,
really
well,
fun.
64 player Squad Rush would be
Yeah.
fucking sweet.
That would be ridiculous. It'd just be like
I
all
just
at
threw
war.
that
Nine
out there
other
so
units
Hadlock
and
would,
shit so deep they've
if
forgotten
it
what
affects
the
his
sun-
decision making
So,
for the server plan.
Everyone
For us.
goes support and just
We want
holds
you
down
to
the
do
trigger
what you
until they
please.
die
Be
and respawn.
unorthodox,
I think,
be lethal.
Elbow, did you ever play Barracuda in Project Reality?
Sir,
The map, Operation Barracuda?
Hey, is
I
Project
don't remember
Reality still
anything from
active?
Project Reality other than
do that
Sperm.
for me?
Yeah, well, there's this Vietnam-like map where the U.S. flies in with helos and or Hueys, and you gotta take this jungle island and shit.
What's that
And there's
one
this
BF3
landing
map?
area that's like has all these trenches and shit dug into it, and I played that with 250 players, and the Chinese were just rushing the landing zone, and it was really sweet. But I really
What's
wish
that
we get
BF3
128.
map that we saw? That's like you have to like base jump to the enemy points.
The Mevin, Peakers,
activities.
Sullivan.
I'm so glad they're not afraid
It's
to do like really
the
crazy far out
Persian
stuff that the
version
community would
of
make.
Mount Olympus.
The Persian version?
Yeah.
They are afraid.